Haumetakkuepi. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get Flex, also known as Fieldworks, installed and running on a Mac. Flex is a really powerful tool for managing linguistic data, and for our project, we're using it primarily for interlinearizing texts. It's built by SIL International, and it's free and open source, but as you can see on the downloads page, currently it's only available for Windows and Linux. So to get it running on your Mac, we're going to use the Windows version with a virtual installation of Windows 10. Now there's a few virtual machines out there, and the one I'm going to use today is called Parallels. Currently, Parallels 15 is the latest version and works on all Mac operating systems from Sierra onwards. So if you have an older Mac operating system, you'll need to find an older version of Parallels. The previous version, Parallels 14, runs on Mojave, High Sierra, Sierra, and El Capitan. And I've got a version you can download from bit.ly/flexmac. And that'll take you to a download button for Parallels 14. I've downloaded it already, and what you'll get is the DMG file, so you can just double click that. If it offers you any new software, just make sure that it's still Parallels version 14 for it to work on El Capitan. And put in your password if it prompts you to do so. Alright, so it's installed and it's going to prompt you to install Windows 10, so go ahead and do that. It'll also ask you to create an account with Parallels. And once you do that, it will start a 14-day free trial. So I've already got my account here, so I'm going to continue trial and get Windows 10 set up. So what it's doing here is it's installing Windows 10, and this will give us the ability to use any Windows program on my Mac. Essentially, you'll have a virtual machine running Windows that is accessible from your Mac computer. And Microsoft allows you to use Windows 10 without activating it, so you don't need to buy a license key for Windows. There's a small number of customizations you won't be able to make without an activation, but it doesn't matter. You'll be able to install Flex and any other Windows programs that you need. So I'm going to navigate now to the SIL website and download Flex for Windows. So software.sil.org/fieldworks/download. And there's a couple of ways within Parallels of viewing your Windows interface. So I can go full screen, and that will feel like my Mac is running a Windows computer. Another option, if I come out of full screen, is to use this little blue icon, coherence mode, which means that I essentially have a Windows window within my Mac interface. And to exit that, just go to the Parallels menu in the menu bar and exit Coherence. Just a couple different options. I'm going to stick with full screen for now. And I'm going to download the latest version of FieldWorks, and I'm going to go for the full version. So we're in the Windows interface now, so downloading and installing a program is a little different to how you do it on a Mac, but you probably know how to do it. So I'm going to open the folder where that downloaded. And just before I start the installation of Flex, there's one little setting that we have to adjust. So go up to your Parallels icon in your Mac menu bar, go down to Configure, and within this window, navigate to Options and then to Sharing. And this little option here where it says Shared Profile, Share Mac User Folders with Windows, just make sure that's unchecked. This basically means your Flex files are going to be kept on your Windows virtual machine and not shared across both your Mac and Windows. So just make sure that's unchecked, close it up, and go ahead and start the unpacking of the installation files. It's going to ask you where you want to unpack those installation files. I'm just going to use the default location. And once it's unpacked, it should automatically launch the installer. So I'm going to click my way through the installation wizard. It's going to install a couple of other pieces too, including something called Flex Bridge. So let it do that. And then we should be done. So now that we have that installed, I can go ahead and start work on Flex. And I'll show you in another video how to access our shared Flex project, but it will be from this initial screen that you see here. And that's about it. For now, I want to show you one last trick. If we unmaximize our Windows interface and just drag this shortcut for Flex onto the Mac desktop, That'll mean that next time we want to use Flex, we can launch it directly from our Mac desktop. So if I close all of these windows here, and I quit Parallels, as though I've just started up my Mac computer, I can double click that Flex icon and it will launch Flex within my virtual Windows machine.